Tonight, Nigeria takes a bold turn. The government has banned raw shea nut exports to help transform the cosmetics industry just days after a deadly cholera outbreak ravaged rural Zamfara. From cosmetic boardrooms to emergency tents, tonight's top stories trace how economics and public health collide. Let's dive in. Tonight, Nigeria takes a bold turn. The government has banned raw shea nut exports to help transform the cosmetics. Here's what's dominating today's headlines across Nigeria. First, the government has imposed a 6-month ban on raw shea nut exports, a move aimed at boosting domestic processing, generating jobs, and capturing bigger shares in the $6.50 billion global market. Despite supplying 40% of the world's raw nut, Nigeria currently accounts for just 1% of the finished product's value. Authorities promise up to $300 million in short-term gains and potentially $3 billion by 2027 if investments follow. Second, a cholera outbreak in Zamfara's Bukayim district has claimed at least 8 lives and sickened over 211 rural communities, a crisis worsened by banditry, limited healthcare, and collapsed sanitation systems. Lawmakers are urging urgent federal and NGO assistance, but infrastructure gaps remain a major barrier. These stories, one about economic transformation, the other a public health emergency, may seem worlds apart, but both reflect Nigeria's tightrope walk between development ambition and citizen welfare. Let's unpack the implications. Nigeria's new shea nut export ban isn't just policy, it's identity. Shea butter is a global cosmetic staple, and by locking the raw material domestically, Nigeria hopes to build processing infrastructure, create thousands of rural jobs, and elevate its global standing. The challenge: this must be paired with investments in processing plants, certification systems, and reliable power access, or the ban will only shift lost exports without boosting local capacity. Now look north to Zamfara, where cholera is threatening children and elders alike. With roads and hospitals scarce due to bandit-controlled territories, many patients are treated at home. These communities also face collapsing water and sanitation infrastructure, deepening transmission. As public health experts warn of escalating fatalities, the government must urgently deploy treatment centers, safe water, and security even while policymakers focus on industrial growth. Nigeria thus sees two faces, one racing toward economic upgrading, the other scrambling to save lives. The question is, can Abuja manage both? Can the gains from a global cosmetic economy balance the human cost in its hinterlands? In Abuja and on social media, reactions are fierce. Cosmetics retailers and local entrepreneurs welcome the shea policy, seeing it as a lifeline for rural industries. But skeptical analysts warn, without clear implementation plans or power infrastructure, the ban risks trapping the economy in raw export dependence. Meanwhile, in Zamfara, community leaders are outraged. "We are left to die," one survivor lamented, as angry hashtags like #ZAMFARA needs help began trending. NGOs are pressing for both immediate medical action and longer-term water and sanitation investment. What ties these two realities together is governance. Will the government use the revenue from value-added processing to invest in healthcare and infrastructure? Or will one success story exist while another community crumbles in neglect? Nigeria is balancing on a knife edge. As shea nut export revenues promise future wealth, cholera deaths remind us of urgent needs today. Should priority lie in industrial transformation or in saving lives in remote districts? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters, and the most insightful will be featured in tomorrow's update. Don't miss tomorrow's episode. Subscribe now to stay ahead of Nigeria's unfolding stories.